good afternoon on a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon in an undisclosed location in Denton. We got to keep it on the low because, you know, we're looking out the blinds, watching people. So, yeah, we have a great day today. Actually, we have a treat, not a Rice Krispie treat, unless it has weed in it. But anyway, no, but without further ado, we have a third person joining us today. I don't know. Most people know you. You're old like me, so the older generation knows you.
I got my AARP card.
Yes, you do.
I'm that old.
Hold on. I want to talk about that. Okay. You just talked that.
Right.
So I got a guy at work. He is 31. He was telling me that it does not matter your age now at AARP. They will sign you up even when you're young. He is 31 years old. And he's never done military. Nothing. I thought that was for the discounts for the coffee, like 10%, wasn't it?
I don't know. I got my packet before I even turned 50, so.
Well, there you go. I mean, they're trying to get you young. I mean, I got hair, you got less hair, so it's all good. I'm going to actually let mine go out. You know what I mean?
Gray.
Yes, this is so great. But you know what? Gray is wisdom. Wisdom is gray. That's all that matters. But further ado, give a warm welcome from the one and to the only DJ Krazy Kue, Ron with her. Yeah!
And welcome back to Real Talk Eastern Shore. I guess Ron forgot to say the name again.
Listen, I'm not talking about that because we went right into the conversation because you know what?
Because you have to talk.
He is drinking.
He forgot about you, John.
Yeah, but John only talks for a minute. We already talked about that.
Hey, I'm getting my words in.
Well, I understand you getting words in, but at the same time, what is that?
That's probably
cat food.
Yeah.
Don't pay no mind to what it's in.
Okay, it threw me off. It threw me off big time. Listen, one thing you're going to learn about this show. ADHD reigns supreme. Like, if something catches my eye, I'm going to stop and talk about it right then and there. No questions asked.
Can you guess where that came from?
No, I can't.
It's a food establishment.
In Denton, originally?
Easton, I believe.
Plaza Tapatía.
Ding, ding, ding.
You fucking thieves.
You are correct.
How are you going to steal it?
Acquire.
You acquired.
You
acquired.
From the parking lot.
You paid big money for this stuff. I did not say that.
Somebody tried to steal it and dropped it in the parking lot. We just happened to pick it up, so there's no litter on the ground.
You're
so
good people.
That's being a good Samaritan.
Yes.
And providing food for our cat.
Yes, you're a good person. I would have probably ran it over with my car. No cares less. Made more of a mess. You know, I know you're trying to save the earth, but I don't think that's going to completely save the earth. One shot. But it could, you know. But you got to use for it, though.
Yeah. We repurposed it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, I guess how they're doing these roads up here going up, what is that, 313 going up to Henderson and stuff, the repaving?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
When I was coming down here, first time back in Denton, 2.5 months? I think it's been. Because I don't try to come to Denton. There ain't nothing here for me.
What were you doing 2.5 months?
I came to your house.
No, that's like 4 months ago.
We were in your space lounge.
The space lounge.
Space lounge, yeah. We were on the 13th floor of the John Estates. You know what I mean?
That's not what John calls it.
Well, I know, but I mean, whatever he wants to call it, it is what it is. I mean, everyone. It's kind of like here. It's all kind of like tight. You know what I mean? I'm kind of glad where I'm at. It's a little bit more looser. You know, we actually do this on my front porch.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Covered porch.
We got a porch.
You know, I mean, we can do it. Whatever. I don't care. Like, it's up to you guys. Like, we're inside right now. It's actually nice in here.
Yeah.
You know,
it's pretty warm outside.
We don't have to hear any woodpeckers, cats, dogs barking.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Oh, she coming out. Yeah, she got a little bit of hips on her. That's about it. She's got 13 tattoos. She looks like a boy. I don't know. Anyway, that's up to her. Not my call. I don't judge. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. But anyway, so.
You know how many times on the podcast he says, we don't judge?
Yeah. And I say how many times I do judge, many a times, but that's okay. Like, it's contradicting. And it also keeps somebody going,
How many people did we not judge at Dave's?
Zero.
We judged everybody. Because if we didn't judge, then we'd be in big trouble. Like, be honest with each other about that. But the good thing is, that's the story forward. You coming out here, I gotta ask, how's life?
Life's good.
He answers like I do.
You know, it's good. It's good. Just like grand.
No,
Like,
no complaints.
like, 3 thumbs up. Not giving a fuck. What I mean,
Nah, I'm happy as can be.
congratulations. Everyone deserves happiness. Everyone. I mean, even the plants deserve happiness. Do you water your plants at least?
My plants, I don't have any plants.
You don't have no plant. How about your grass?
No.
You don't water it?
The
It
rainwater.
rains.
The rains, but I mean, you gotta keep it maintained.
We have somebody that does that.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't water his plants, but it gets maintained. That's all that matters. Because we are saving the earth if we have to, like you talked about just a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
So one way or another, it happens. But I mean, besides that, I mean, how's work life? How's what's going on there? Everything good?
Work sucks,
Well,
but
pays the bills.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I like living indoors.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's a big thing. There's a lot of homeless down Salisbury, I think.
I don't go that far in town.
Well, it used to be around that area where you work at, over in that woods, out back,
really?
over by is that Marble Drive?
Northwood?
Off Northwood, when you go back towards God, I can't remember what the road's called. Kill Drive,
Kill drive, yeah.
Kill
Maybe some homeless.
Kyler Drive. It's something.
I'm not driving down Kill Drive.
Man,
No.
I've been down so many roads I couldn't even tell you. I went down Unity Lane one time, no unity whatsoever. But that is what it is. That's right in Greenwood, but people don't know that. But I mean, if you're doing good, that's great. So tell me, I need to know.
Okay.
You became a DJ. Start back in the school times. When you were in school, when did this deciding to be a DJ?
So it never happened until after I got out of school.
So how did that all come about? Like what was the first step and what made it reality pretty much? Like where did you go, I want to do this, and how long did you sit there and get frustrated where you might have thought, I'm never going to be able to do it, and then it happened?
So back when I was younger, I always loved music. My mom and dad bought me a record player when I was young. We lived in Baltimore City. I got one. Play records for hours. And we were down here on the Eastern Shore. And I was a loner in school. I had my friends, but that was it. Didn't go to no parties, none of that. Got out of school, and I was 17 when I graduated. So around 18, 19 years old. Then I got a little more going out, hanging with people in town, like Rolling the Bowl in Easton and all that stuff. And then here in Denton, ride through McConnell's and back when it was there.
So that was about 30 years ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And then people would have, hey, so-and-so's having a party at their house. Or we'll go out outside of town, hang out at the dirt road or whatever, and then go back to these people's houses. Well, there'll be no music playing. Everybody just sitting around, drinking beer, or doing whatever. So if they had a radio, I had my BMG music club thing where you get the dollar CDs or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that was the hot stuff back in the day.
Yeah, back when I had the cassette tapes and the CDs.
That was 12 for 1, wasn't it? Or 12 for 99 cents, something like
I probably
that.
still owe money for them, but that was way back then. But I would carry my CDs and cassette tapes in a bag in my car. And these people had house parties. I would use their stereo system and go from CD to cassette tape back and forth, so there's no break in the music. And I did that for a while. If people were having a party, they was like, hey, you want to come play music for us? I was like, sure. Never charged them, nothing. So then one night I did a house party here in Denton, and the stereo system was back in the guy's bedroom, and had cassette player, CD player. So the night before, I set all my cassette tapes to the song I want to play off of it, because then you had to rewind and fast forward and all that bullshit. So the speakers were ran out in the living room. I sat back in that bedroom for a good 6 hours plus, playing music for all these people out in the living room. And at the end of the night, the guy who lived there come back there and gave me $5 for playing the music.
For 6 hours.
For 6 hours. It was probably over 6 hours. But he is the first one to ever pay me for DJing. and that's how it all started. Then I went and bought the house stereo system. I had 2 5-disc CD changers, a double cassette deck, then you had your tuner, and then my 2 floor mount speakers, and I think this system had a sub with it too. And I think I paid $3,000 for it from Sears or somewhere. I forgot where. I think it was Sears. Did the first wedding. Well, no, it was before I even bought that. I used to rent my speakers from Rent-A-Center, the big ones.
Oh yeah.
Like it cost like $50 to rent these speakers for the weekend, and I would charge the people. My first wedding, I charged them $50, and like I didn't make no money off of it because I spent it all on renting the speakers, and I ended up the bride and groom got into an argument, and she left, and that was it. That was the wedding.
You destroyed the wedding.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was your fault.
Yeah, they're not married now. They didn't last long.
You don't think so?
Nah. But then I went and bought the home stereo system. Did a wedding at the Goldsboro Firehouse. I set up in the corner. I don't remember whose wedding it was, but I had to turn it up just because that's a pretty big room. And the tuner kept clipping off. It'll shut off. I had to restart it and everything. Try to turn it up. Everybody's like, it's not loud enough. Kept clipping off. I had to tell everybody to get closer to the speakers so I wouldn't have to turn up so loud. But yeah, that's how it all started. And then I eventually bought better equipment and then used to start hanging out that back when Studio 404 was here in town in Denton. Back when DJ Tuff, who plays at Seekers now, was playing there. I sat back there and watched him for hours on end, all day long, just watching him work the crowd, mix the songs, all that stuff. Then you got Easton, you had Time Out, you got Yesteryears, Chris Stark played there, Big Bats, Green Turtle, like all of them, like, yeah, that's how it all started.
How it all started. So do you feel that starting that, doing all that stuff, it was prosperous for you, very fruitful, something that it kind of like filled a void to a point? Like, something you always wanted to do, so it kind of filled that void that you wanted to do. It's kind of like a bucket list thing.
It's, I don't know, it was weird. It was like, I liked playing music and having people have a good time. That was my goal, to have everybody there have a good time. And by the way the music that I played helped them do that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when they have fights, then that kind of put a damper on things, but
that's everywhere.
yeah,
that's
a given. It's going to happen.
Now, at what point did you realize, hey, I can make some money?
When that guy gave me $5.
After that $5.
After that, I started charging people $25, $50 for do house parties. And that's when I used to go rent the speakers from Rent-A-Center.
Right.
And pretty much use all the money that they pay me for that.
So when did you start getting paid more than what you actually put into it?
I don't remember the first bar I played at. I do remember the first night I played at a bar was, first big night, was at Studio 404 when Tuff played there. It was a Friday night. I was in there watching him. And he said, you want to play Saturday night? I was like, huh? He said, man, I double booked. I got a wedding to do on Saturday night, and I was scheduled to be here. And I was like, okay. So I'm thinking he's going to leave all his CDs there, like all the music that he normally plays. I thought he was going to leave it there. Well, no. He took all that with him to do his wedding. So all I had was the CDs that I had, like, remember the Now CDs?
Oh, yeah.
Was they up to, like, Now 200 now or something?
Yeah, that's what you call music.
Yeah, that's what I had, along with stuff that I got off the internet.
That would have been LimeWire, wasn't it?
LimeWire, Napster.
Yeah, Napster back then.
Yeah, all them back then.
Yeah.
Morpheus.
Yeah. And then, like, that's all I had. Well, back then, the audience, or whatever you call it, but the people that used to go in there was predominantly black. So they all showed up like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. like all at once, and they were charging cover charge. I think it was like $5. And I wasn't playing what Tough normally plays. Like I didn't have none of the new stuff that he played. I just had like your basic radio play stuff, and it was all edited, wasn't no non-edited. And people I was in a booth near a window, and you come up and like say what or ask for a song, or whatever. I had people come up to me screaming at me saying, "We want our effing money back." Like, what are you playing? Like, I was legit scared. And when that night was over, which was the longest night of my life, I stayed back in that booth until everybody left, out the bar. Then I came out. And I could have quit right then and there. And I was like, nope. So I went and I used to go in there on my off days or whatever and practice, like the mixing and stuff like that. And that's how it just got better.
So Studio 44 was the catalyst to where we are today.
Yes.
During that whole debacle, the first time, at any point, did you feel like you didn't? Maybe the best question is, did you feel like maybe you were over your head? Did you feel like maybe you did something wrong? Overwhelmed? Maybe?
Where
at Studio 44 when you first
that night? Yes.
Yeah,
oh
sure.
yeah. I definitely was like, I have no business being here, playing for this group of people at all. Like I wasn't ready at all.
The part of you, I know you mentioned you could have quit right then and there, but the part of you think, obviously you kept going.
Yeah.
But how much of, like, what percentage thought of quitting that night?
That night, probably 40%.
40.
Okay.
Yeah, I was almost halfway there to say like, screw this, I'm not doing this no more.
So what made you not do that? Like, was there anything, someone come to you, talk to you, anything like that?
No,
Or
I enjoyed it that much. Like I wanted to get better. I wanted to make that crowd turn around and say, well, damn, that's pretty badass what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just practiced every day. Every chance I got, I would practice. The beat mixing, the song selection, everything. That's like I had a goal.
I would say so.
To make them say, well, damn, white boys fly as shit.
well, the only problem is that white boy got a bad name, so let's see if we can change it. But the problem is it took so long because it's just not something you can do right away. We've learned, what I mean. It's not as easy people think.
No,
because I've seen people. Well, it's a little easier now, I think, because of the computer programming.
Yes,
and stuff like that.
The programs pretty much pre-mix the songs for you. You just hit a button and it beat mixes the next song into it. Like you don't have to hunt through CDs and find the song you want. Like I used to pull up CDs and cock them sideways in my case, so I knew what song I wanted to play next.
Mm-hmm.
Or people come up and ask for a song. You type it in, you find it. Back then, you had to look through all your CDs in the middle of playing a song and trying to find the next song before that song ran out. Like there was a couple nights that like it was close to where there was silence in between songs.
That's still silent for some DJs, but we won't get involved in
Right.
names and stuff like that. But so from there, you went from Studio 44. You were there for like a couple of years. Is that?
I don't even remember, dude.
You were there for a little while.
Yeah, I was there for a while. Yeah.
So I know you were at Big Bats at one point down east,
Mm-hmm.
and I think did you go to Green Turtle as well?
Don't think I played there when Green Turtle was there. When Big Bass shut down, that pretty much ended it.
Yeah, because how we came about was I remember you were at Sheldon's.
Yes.
And they will always talk about this guy, Krazy Kue. This guy's crazy. He's so good. Blah blah blah. Well, we just came from Sheldon's. We're here at dates because you guys stay open a little bit later. And I was just like, okay, what's going on up there? Oh well, this DJ blah blah. And I'm like, it's an interesting name. Okay, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you coming in one time because it was it Mary Ann? I think Mary Ann was working, and you were with your girl, past tense.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you walked through, and I didn't know you. I didn't know who you were. And then, like, I can't remember who said something. They were like, yeah, that's that DJ over Sheldon's. I was like, the Spencer Rod? I was like, he's got who is this guy? I was like, man, he must be a nerd or something. Like, the way he looks, you know what I mean? Like, because back then you were kind of like more, I guess you say, well, when you're younger, you're a little bit more less wrinkled. So I mean, we get older, we get wrinkled. You know, I mean,
a little less weathered.
Yeah, weathered. Maybe you know. I mean, you don't look like old leather. Thank God.
Right.
You know, what I mean, still you don't look like old leather yet.
Yeah.
But still, so like I'm sitting there going, okay, whatever. And then I remember, I think it was something happened at Sheldon's. You came over and played a couple weeks, and then
So I was asked to not play at Sheldon's.
okay, that
That's
I
how
remember.
that
I
came-
remember now. I remember the conversation
Yep.
because of the music you were playing.
Because of the crowd that was coming in, or the clientele.
Clientele. You
Yeah.
came to Dave's and they gave you another break. They said they want you back, and I think you went over 2 or 3 times and then came back to us.
I can't remember, but I remember being asked not to play anymore, at least for a while at Sheldon's because of the clientele, and then that's when I came to Dave's.
Dave's.
And then the first night I was supposed to play, I got there and Mary Ann met me outside and said, "So the rules are, you're not to play this. I don't want that type of people in here." Like she laid it down on. I was like, "Okay,
It is what it is, you know.
yeah,
I mean, but that was the thing. Like, I didn't mind what you played because that's what people want to hear. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It don't matter who they are. You
Yep.
know what I mean? The stigma of the bars around Caroline County back then were, this is how it is. It's country, you know, bar.
Yep.
You don't play anything that goes against that. And personally, to me, you were playing the music I wanted to hear anyway. You know, I'm not listening to Conway Twitty. I'm not listening to Willie Nelson.
Right.
I'm not trying to listen to like
Okay.
old Billy Ray Cyrus or something like that. You know, and I get it. Like you got nights like that, and I'm cool with that. But like,
I didn't mind playing that type of music if the crowd called for it."
oh yeah, and I mean, I remember the one time, if I served me correctly, you were playing something for somebody, and Mary Ann told you something. What do you remember that when I think it was a woman came up and requested a song, and you said, "Nope, I can't play it because Mary Ann won't let me." Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Because I remember being at the door, and like they were flipping out because they were like, "Well, Ron won't play this song. He won't say." I was like, "Yo, you better talk to Mary Ann." Like plain and simple.
I
like,
told them that before, yeah.
You know, I was like, "You talk to Mary Ann," because I remember you just stood there, just like this, hands crossed,
Yep.
just stood there, mad as hell, and I'm thinking to myself, "Yeah, this ain't gonna go good." Because I remember all that because because Lucy was the first one that spoke about bringing you over, and remember Carrie Bonneville?
Mhm.
She was working with us at that point, I think. And she was like, "Yeah, you know, this guy, you know," because Lucy knew you. I didn't
Right.
really know you. And I remember, "What do you all think?" You know, it was like a little 3 people meeting. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I got a little bit of say in this. You know, what the hell? I was like, what's the worst going to happen? I was like, we get a clientele in here. You know, we might get more than 12, 20 people in here.
Right, get people in your door.
Yeah, and like, okay, we'll see what happens, you know, and went from there, you know, and that's, you know, going to the next thing, you know, the Thanksgiving Eve situation. How did that all come about with you guys, you and the other 2 DJs? Because if you remember correctly, that was probably the biggest night in Dave's Place history.
Yeah, that
Like,
was by far
You know, hands down.
the best night.
Yeah, 100%.
We've had all the good ones there, but that was the best night.
As somebody would say, epic.
Yeah, that was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Epic.
that will always. I'll never forget that night.
You know, so how did it all come about? Like, who suggested it? Who brought it to, you know, where it was?
I thought I was the one who, like, suggested, like, why don't all 3 of us do it on one night? You know what I mean? That way you get all 3 of us play different. We play different music, so you can accommodate different people.
Clientele.
Yeah, the people that come in there, like, we all have our different way of playing. So
Now, who were the other 2? I
It was-
wasn't there.
it
so.
was Todd and Curtis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the other 3 or other 2, and so we're like, well, so how are we going to do this? Like, can we all run out of the same speaker? So we met at the ambulance bay in Ridgely, back when the firehouse was back there on that one street, and we all pulled our equipment in that bay, set it all up, and just brainstormed as far as like how to run the wires so we can all play into the same speakers instead of having each of us have our own set of speakers to play out of. Because then you get different sounds, and you know what I mean? It's not the same. So that's what we did. We spent a good hour or two in that ambulance bay figuring out how to run out of 2 JBL speakers. They were my speakers. And we sat them on the damn tripods right next to the pool table up front. Was now, remember, before we set them in the corners because people were so many people. Little did I know how that night was going to end up. I would have put them back in the corner, but I mean, nobody knocked them over. But yeah, that's how we did it.
So, did you think it was going to be that big?
No. I knew a lot of people were talking about it, and we got there at we started at 9. And I can't remember what time we got there. But I do remember between 9 and 9:30, that place was damn near.
Oh, yeah.
It was over half packed. A lot more than normal.
When I came in, because I came in early, and there was 75 people already in the door.
Yeah.
And I knew we were screwed right then and there. That was back in the MySpace era.
Yep.
You know, everything was MySpace, you know. And I remember Todd was hyping up big time. You know, and I'm thinking, he's like, man, people from Annapolis is coming. I'm thinking to myself, what? They ain't coming. You know what I mean? Like, in my mind, like, why am I going to travel 45 to an hour to a bar no bigger than one room in a house?
Yep.
You know what I mean? To see 3, whatever you want to call these DJs, which they might be good, but what if I come over there and they suck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In charge of $5 at the door. You know what I mean? Why would I do that? But Todd was right. It was the biggest night in Dave's Place history, hands down. You know? And I remember it was kind of funny because I sit back and think of any like mishaps, and we only had like 1 or 2 like confrontations. It wasn't a mishap. But if the mishaps would have happened, that place would have been just massive.
Oh, yeah, you would have had, like, it would have been bad.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, ever miss going to Dave's?
Yeah,
You know?
I do.
A lot of fond memories. Do you have any, like, fond memories of Dave's?
Oof.
Just one. I know you have
a lot of memories.
We all have a lot of good
outside
memories.
innings.
Yes. I won't talk about anything that incriminates you. You know what I mean? But, you know, but if you want to, you don't have to name drop.
How about any fond memories of Lucy?
I remember Lucy calling me baby boy all the time and having talks with her, like, not even on the weekends. Just going there during the week if I'm off and she's working. Just going there just chit-chatting about life and who this person is dating or this couple, you know what I mean? Just,
she had
you
all
know
the
how
girl
it is.
one.
Like, as they say now, talking to tea or whatever.
Yeah, talking to tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know Lucy, like, put her heart and soul in that place.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And staying after the bar closed till like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah, having a little after chit-chats.
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord, on the porch. Man, we had many of those nights there,
Oh,
buddy.
yeah. Many of nights, man. You figure, like, I figured I put in almost 17 to 20 years in that place. You know, like, I made a lot of money, like, won't say underneath the table because I can't trouble for that.
Right.
But, you know, still, the point is,
You
you
made
know.
$5.
Well,
You
I
can't
made
get taxed for
$5
that.
a day. You know, I made $5 a night. It kind of seemed like that because some nights I didn't do nothing. I'd sit there. They'd be like, "Can you give me ice?" Yeah. Go get ice. Come back in. Sit outside for 2 hours. You want to get some ice? Yeah. Okay. Come back in.
Sometimes the after hours, after the bar closed, was some of the funniest moments too, because then you got all the drunk people in the bar that you're trying to get outside to go home that won't leave, and then they're fighting with their boyfriend, girlfriend, and yeah, it's a mess.
Seen a lot of females naked outside after hours.
I never just see anybody naked
Are
outside.
you serious?
Yeah.
I've seen many. It had to be. It's got to be over 10 at least. Like,
You need 4 hands.
Because I remember one girl getting out of her car. I don't know where she had left. She was with a couple other girls. She came back out and she was naked when she got out of that car and jumped to her car.
I missed all that because I was inside playing.
Yeah, you were actually doing some work. Yeah. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes. No intentions bad there. But anyway. But, I mean, do you feel like, I mean, I look at it this way. There's nothing been done with it. Like, it just sits there. Like, I mean, Did you hear what was going to happen with it or anything?
I've heard multiple things. I've heard that the people who bought it were supposed to build a 2-story, put a 2-story building there. Like, I was going to have a bar and a restaurant type deal. Then I heard it's supposed to be like a smoke shop, like a vape store. But then I heard they can't tear it down because it's something to do with the
Historical.
zoning or whatever. I don't know.
Well,
But
do you know if that bar, the house next to it in the garage, is that attached to the bar? It's all one?
that's all part of the property. Yeah.
So, because I'm sure you've driven by, there's that tree that's fallen over onto the garage and tore through the roof of the garage. You
Where
haven't seen that?
you used to live?
No, not that- no,
on the
right,
other
yeah,
side.
on the other side.
That's a separate house, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think where you used to live,
They did a whole.
that was part of the property, I thought.
Yes.
But the one next, the other side, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But their tree fell through the garage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So I will say this: where I used to live was called 104 Steps to Paradise, so it's okay. That's what I would call it.
Yeah, his house wasn't. The bar was.
I
No.
haven't drove past there. I can't remember when, because I never go in that side of town.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
yeah, I think I've been there. I went by a couple months ago, maybe a month ago. You said you went by what, a week or two ago?
Yeah. Because
You know.
go to Greensboro to the pharmacy from work. I just go to Richley. But this being the Krazy Kue story,
okay.
what made you give it up full time? Oh, not full time, but you're still doing it, but you're
Right.
not doing it nearly
As
as
much.
much as you used to.
When I got married, that's when I decided to step back out of respect for our marriage
Right.
and for her. So
Bull-
I should
bull-
have stayed in though.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
You should have. Well, if you remember correctly, I had left for a little while, and I came back because of you. If you remember correctly, you left me behind. I'm really destroyed by that, by the way.
What?
I've been crying since that day. I just want to let you know.
Oh, shit.
Every weekend, he's like, "I miss Q. I miss Q."
No,
He doesn't even work at the bar anymore.
yeah, like I mean, like I remember, like he was like, "Man, I'm not gonna play here again unless you come back," and I'm like,
I looked forward to the weekends. Just
Yeah.
to play music and then to see people like you guys and just hang out and talk.
I know it was always fun. It was
Yeah.
always good times. Like there wasn't like it wasn't like you had to do something. It's just you were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have fun, enjoy yourself. You know, I remember those days, and I remember like having a lot of fun those days. And it also, I mean, was it what was it at your house in Reggie Rock Band?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
They used to jam it
Russell-
up. Yes.
Russell broke the damn foot pedal to the game.
Yeah.
Big ass.
big ass shit.
Oh my god.
He's doing pretty good for himself, though. He's doing pretty
That's
good.
good. I haven't seen him since the last time we played at the Wharf. He was our DD.
Oh, he was?
But yeah, he met us here and drove us there because I was playing with drinking.
Oh, yeah. you
I
get
play
that.
better when I drink.
But that's debatable sometimes. That's debatable. I don't
It depends
know.
how if I get past that limit.
Yeah, it depends how
When
far
I
you
start
go.
effing up, then I'm like, maybe I should stop.
Well, like I'm going to say, not listen. So, speaking of that, so tomorrow you'll be where?
Ralph's Wharf.
Where is that located
It's
at?
right outside of Chestertown.
Okay. What's going on there?
They have their big Memorial Day party down there. It's right on the water.
In front of the water. Is
Yeah.
it like a beautiful scenery? and
Oh
stuff?
yeah, it's like right on the river. I guess is it Chester River maybe, whatever that river is. But they get a lot of boat traffic and stuff there. Their bar outside it's an old boat that they've turned into a bar, and they have like a stage where we would be set up on, and it's got the sand and stuff. And they got tables there where you can sit there and drink and eat.
Nice.
Yeah, and they have a band that plays there before we play, and I think we start at 4 or 5, I think, in the afternoon, and then play till 10, 11. But I can't play that long. I gotta work Monday now, so
So do I. That makes two of us.
yeah, it sucks, dude.
Yeah, I mean completely.
So if you want to hear some good music tomorrow, if you're not going to the beach, make sure you get there early.
Yeah, maybe we need to find out the address so they can figure it out. So they can. We all got GPSs, man, on our phones.
Hold on, I can tell you right
And
now.
yet you still couldn't get here.
Man, I was like, "Where is Fairfield?" I was like, "Oh, this is the old neighborhood. It's back when the hood was here." You know what I mean?
He's gonna have me edit that out.
Hold on. Let me say something. Not this. I don't know if it's this one, but there used to be a chicken head that I used to mess with in one of these developments on this road here. And I don't know if this was the one, though.
I don't know
if
what a
this
chicken
was.
head is.
A woman.
Or chicken necker.
I know, yeah. I've
No,
heard
chicken necker
neck.
is from Western Shore.
Right.
Chicken head, a woman, quote unquote. Good times.
Is that
Good
a
times.
Ronism?
No, it's not.
Ron Bonics.
Ron Bonics, you know what I mean? Ron Bonics. And I know for a fact she's good at bar all the time. Good times. Good times.
So we actually play from 6 to 11. That's when we're scheduled. And they have a band from 1 to 4. Yeah, but it's the sandbar at Ralph's Wharf. Summer kickoff party.
Oh, so you guys going to be there more than once?
We played last year for this, and I think we did 4th of July and Labor Day.
Have a lot of people out there?
Yeah, because it's so Washington College is right there in Cheshire-town, so we get some of them that come
Yeah.
there afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't have much left in Chestertown. In the actual.
but it's like an older crowd
Gotcha.
during the day. A lot of people had their kids there too. Whatever, we'll play we did games like hula hoop contest, limbo, stuff like that for the kids, and we did it for the adults. That was fun.
Now, I remember Memorial Day weekend being down at Tillman Island.
Oh, that's a whole other set of memories right there.
Go ahead with it. Go ahead with it.
God, when was the first time we played there? It was me. I think it was me, Todd, and Curtis.
Because I think, was Todd the one that knew the guy or something like
Yeah,
that?
old Captain Buddy.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah, that
was.
was a dirty old man right there. Captain Buddy had it going on.
Yo, he had way too many gold chains. He had way too many. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That dude was a legend in his own right.
Yes. And back then that was the Crab House, correct? That
Yes.
was that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember bouncing there. I think I bounced twice up down there.
Did you go down there with us the first time we played?
Not the first, the second time.
So you missed the first time. The first time
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
the Thanksgiving night.
I
at
think,
Dave's.
yeah, it was packed as hell from my understanding.
Yeah, and that was,
I mean-
dude, the night or after the night was over, we went back because they gave us one of the houses down there
No, I did go the first night then. It was the first night then.
when Stilts was there.
Yeah, Stilts was there, yes.
And C. Tina
Mm-hmm.
and Big Chris.
Yep.
Were you in the house?
I was not at the house
Oh.
because I rolled out.
God, dude, there's video floating around somewhere. I think Chris had it on his video camera. I can't remember, but like we had an after party at that house after we got done playing, and somebody decided to pick up. I think it was Big Chris picked up one of the pillows or the cushions from the couch,
Mm-hmm.
and first see Tina try to run at Chris to knock him over while he's holding this cushion, and he bounced her off him like a damn bean. And then Stilts tried to run and knock him over, and all you saw was legs up in the air. Like, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Great times then. Yeah, I learned firsthand that fishermen are not really much to mess with per se. Because so when you guys were DJing, we had a guy that was about to get in a fight with a dude, and I grabbed that dude up, and I'm not saying I'm 100% perfect, not saying it one bit, but I grabbed the dude up, and he was literally muscling his way out. And someone said he was from Tillman, and it took 4 of us to get him out.
Oh, yeah,
of there.
you ain't messing with the Tillman boy.
Yo, like it was taking all my power just to hold on because I was like, man, this dude's about to flip me, and I was 290, 300 pounds then. He was probably 250, but when you put your hand around it, he was solid.
Yeah.
And then there was some old guy that wanted to fight this other guy, and I learned real quick, man. I said, man,
Hey there.
Someone's hungry.
Hey, we have a crowd.
Yeah, we have a fourth guest.
Yes, we have a fourth guest. Say your name. Meow. So, but yeah, I remember that it was a fun but tough day. Because then, like, they were talking about, I think the last time, was it the first time? I think the second time I went. They were like, yeah, they're going to allow passports and stuff like that. And I was like, man, you're just making it harder. You know what I mean? And I remember I went twice, and that was it. But it was good times, man. Tillman was good times.
I went down there once with a friend before, like, we even played. He tried to get up in here. But,
He wanted in.
like, they got even more raunchier when I went down there first time than we did when we played there. Like, it It was bad.
That was didn't they do like a was it bikini contest or a t-shirt contest or something?
Yeah,
like
they
that?
did.
Like, it was like
lot.
nothing there.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah, it was kind of
Was it-
NC-17.
What was the thing that no skin, no win?
Yeah.
Well, they showed a lot of skin.
Man, there were some old leather ladies down there too.
Yeah.
Man, they looked like you're 70 years old, flowing right out. Like gravity was taking this toll bad. You know what I mean?
It was bad.
Which is fine. You know what I mean? Your body's going to do that.
Yeah.
But you know what? We know like where we can do certain things at. You don't show everything in public. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's just like the heat right now. Like, when I'm in the heat and I get in the car, if it's hot in the car, we have this thing where I sit on my balls once in a while, and it sucks. But, I mean, it is the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's be honest with it. It's real talk. That's why we talk about it. You know what I mean? So, definitely, I mean, good times there. I mean, so, have you talked to any of the guys, man? I mean, heard
Other
from them?
than Todd and Chris, I haven't talked to anybody.
Nobody.
Curtis was at my 50th surprise birthday party that somebody threw me last year. That was
Wow.
total surprise.
Still looks like Curtis.
Oh yeah, still the same way. Acts
Wow.
the same, laughs the same. Like he's.
Pain in the ass thing. I love some Curtis though.
Yeah, Curtis, he's cool as shit.
He's a different breed.
What was his name when he first started? Dave Big Country.
DJ Big Country. Then he went TJ
T. Moody.
T Moody.
T. Moody.
And that fit him perfectly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you remember correctly, he was just. I remember the first time we DJ'd there on the weekend, and what was the boy's name? I'm not going to say drop his name, but he was sitting there and he wanted a song because one of his friends had passed. Curtis was like, "No, I'm not going to."
I think I remember that night.
Yeah, and he was like, "Play the song," and Curtis was like, "No, I'm done. I'm done."
Wait, I was there.
Were you there that night?
I remember that. He just stopped playing.
Yeah, stop playing. So, I'm done. Fuck you. They were cussing each other. I'm like, what the hell? Curtis caused a lot of fights too, but still, he would love to play Why Can't We Be Friends while people were throwing pissed. But that was kind of humorous to a point too.
Yeah,
I get it. It made my job 3 times harder.
I met a lot of other DJs there too. At days I played there after I left. We had Bobby.
Yep, Bobby.
Oh,
Bobby was good.
He's still at. I think he's playing at Jeff's sometimes. Jeff Tapper.
Yeah, we seen him. We stopped there a couple times, like twice I think, and he was playing. This has been a little while ago though. But what was the one kid? Alex.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, DJ Alex. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's in. So he work. I don't think he DJs anymore. He just does it for fun if he has. to.
Gotcha.
He
did that jam session in Milford.
Yeah, DJ Jam Session.
Yeah.
He was into it big time and then just dropped off. You know, there was a lot of. I mean, we learned a lot just sitting there because they were just going at it and they were just really good at it, all of them. So Dave's place had a good, I guess you say repertoire of DJs throughout. Do you feel like you were one of the best DJs in Caroline County?
Nah.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm sure there's because there's other guys that never even played in the bars around Caroline County that were also DJs.
Yeah.
And I think I know of 1 or 2 that they're on bigger venues than Dave's.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, Dave's not like your top 10 bar in America.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
It's
So,
not like playing to a stadium 30, 40,000 people either. You know what I mean?
yeah, true story.
That would be nice. That would be pretty cool.
And I mean, what was the most you ever played for?
I'm trying to think of like the biggest place I played.
I mean, I know your old age, it kind of slows down your thinking sometimes, so I get it.
I did a party once in Cambridge for a friend that she had a all white affair or all white party where everybody had to wear white clothes.
Yeah,
whatever.
white clothes.
And their main DJ, I think his name was DJ Spider or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
His equipment wouldn't even work. Like he had turntables, and like something happened with his turntables, he couldn't even play. So I ended up playing the entire night by myself. Yeah,
And he was there.
he was there. Yeah, yep.
Wow.
But I can't remember. Oh man,
we call that the Bobby syndrome.
Yes.
His
What?
equipment always used to
Yo,
work all
really?
the time,
Yes.
malfunction.
I couldn't have that, man. I had to know, like, I try to keep my stuff straight, but I
That was
used
a
to
lot of
hate
money you put in there.
technical difficulties.
Oh yeah. The good thing is when Curtis was around, he could fix anything.
Yeah,
He was so smart. It wasn't even funny.
yeah, he
Yeah.
had computer smarts.
Yes. Yes. Too much computer smart sometimes, I think. But it's all good. You know what I mean? I mean, the good thing is like you. Is that your cat outside? Does he go outside?
Yeah, he goes in and out.
Oh.
He was a barn rescue.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because I sit there. I was like, wasn't that cat just in here? And like now I'm watching him. He's going across the road.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, he goes all around the neighborhood.
Squirrel.
oh, so hey, listen. I said from the gate, ADHD in full effect, like plain and simple. You know.
He weighed under 2 pounds when we got him from the barn,
Oh, he weighs on 2 pounds now.
and then you see he's fat and happy.
Nothing wrong with that, man. That's what it's all about in life. You know, fat and happy. I mean, when are you gonna get fat?
I don't know. Probably when I die. Or
Like-
when I leave Coke is when I'll start putting on weight.
Coca-Cola, that is. But anyway, so how much longer you got at Coke?
When my body tells me to stop.
Could you retire now if you choose to?
They don't have a retirement plan.
I'm
Got
right
a
with you.
401k, but there's no pension.
No pension. That sucks so
Yeah,
much.
it'll be 22 years in October.
And you what, 50?
Be 51 this December.
Damn, I called that one. So 51. So you got about another 35 years left.
We got a guy there right now. He's 64, and he's been there 42 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
Does what I do on the truck. Like, he delivers, and he's in Ocean City every day.
That summer's gotta be brutal.
But my man, like, he stays active. Like, my man plays tennis. He plays pickleball.
Yo, have you noticed that's a big thing anymore?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I've been noticing that.
What's it, like a mixture of ping pong and badminton or something?
Badminton.
Tennis or something?
Ping pong, tennis, like
Isn't it like tennis with a small paddle?
yeah, it's kind of, but the
Kinda like a
ball is
ball,
different.
like a ping pong
Yeah.
It's like a ping pong paddle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of
Like
like.
hard, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like they had some tournament I think a couple weeks ago up in Dover. Like I guess over to the tennis club.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize there's 2 tennis clubs, but there's one on Ken Road and there's one on the east side. It was on the Ken Road side, which that's where Delaware State University does their tennis. So like I don't know, it's a big thing for people. I don't know, like a lot of seniors are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And
It keeps them active.
Oh yeah, well they got so in Long Neck they have a I think it's an over 55 community. It's all apartments.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, you're close. You're close. You can get a house, get
Uh-huh.
cheaper and everything.
Use
Down,
wiffle balls.
they use wiffle balls.
With like ping pong paddles.
Yeah, it's about the same size of a ping
Yeah,
pong paddle with
yep.
a wiffle ball.
And it's like ting, 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 ting. That's all you hear. You know what I mean? It's not as worse as ping pong. Ting, 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 ting. But they down where the tennis courts were, they have pickleball there, and that's what they do down there. And I was impressed because I rode by. I was like, "Ooh, look at that 85-year-old hottie." But unfortunately, we're going to have to wrap this up today. So, I mean, definitely you want to come back anytime on here. You know what I mean? We just shoot the shit, have fun, enjoy ourselves, just, you know, kick it. You know, that's all we do.
I'll go with this.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
it was
definitely.
your story, but he still did 90% of the talking.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
I know, I do the same
Wait,
I'm
thing.
good at that.
you didn't ask one question.
No, I didn't.
How you didn't ask how I got my name? Crazy Q.
Yeah,
Because,
we
yeah,
I didn't.
I forgot, but I know how you got it,
Do you
too.
remember how?
Yep.
Do you know how I got it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, tell me.
So before I became Crazy Q, people used to call me, like, I did the house parties. I was DJ Ronnie Ron. That was my name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was at it wasn't studio. It was Sam's Sports Pub and Grill, same building, just different name.
Yeah.
And I used to go in there early before I had to play and shoot pool. And one of the guys that I knew, him and his woman were there shooting pool, and he asked me, "You want to shoot a game?" I said, "Yeah, I got time." So every time I would break the rack, whatever, my cue ball would jump all over the table, sometimes jump off the table. And he was like, "Man, you got a crazy ass cue." And I was like, And I just changed the cue, like cue, the
Yeah.
cue
C
of
and
the
a K,
song.
yeah.
I just changed the C's to K's. And hey,
He wants on.
come on.
This is,
Come on down. But that's how I got my name.
oh, wow.
Crazy Q.
Well, my bad. I didn't investigate that. I remember it, but sometimes when you're having fun, time flies by and you don't realize there was things that you didn't say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, it's always been a great time being around. You know, many memories.
We'll do a part 2.
We can do a part 2, definitely. There's a bunch still we got left.
Oh
to
yeah,
cover.
we haven't even touched the server yet.
No, we're probably like 1% in. We're kind of like 1% loading with buffering.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm cool with that because we get deep diving into what has happened at certain places and whatever. This could be a very interesting episode. So just want to let you all know, thank Ron Whipper, Krazy Kue coming out, having a good time at his, crib and secret location where no one knows where we're at. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep on the low there. So is there anything else you want to say, John?
No, nothing at all. Just,
no.
do you have any future DJ gigs coming up other than tomorrow?
No. Well, actually, no, I do. I have a graduation party to do.
Okay.
June 10th.
Gotcha.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Are you graduating?
No.
Okay, someone else is.
No.
Okay, I didn't.
So far, none of us have. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, straight
Okay.
up.
That was a long time ago for me.
Back in 1840.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all good though, because at the end of the day, and I'm going to say this, and I'm very, very strong about this. If you don't have haters, you ain't living life right.
That's right.
So for me, my man, Krazy Kue, and
Me, John.
well, hold on, I was about to get where I'm going. Listen,
No, I don't
listen,
care.
there's a fight going on with this
Oh,
cat.
This guy loves the punk.
Yeah, so for everything, have a great, great weekend.
And have a good night.